Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and we're moving now into our third and final topic for the morning. Now, this one is all about Crème de la Crème, man. You know, and that's a brand not only provides good food but also adopted a park, and you know, this is just great. We've got a guy in Raul Pelayo is in with us. Raul, good morning and welcome, my brother.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
So you're coming all the way from Harinjwak. You're coming from. You've got business going on everywhere, it seems.
So let me just start off. I mean, you know, we had the opportunity on March 9th to be in your space. We used quite a bit of your activities, but it really did trigger something important about a Belizean brand turning into a franchise. And that is not something we get to see all the time.
Yeah.
So Raul, let's hear your story. You know, you started off with, I think, the booth here in front of KHMH.
Yeah.
And then from Princess
How long
Margaret
ago was
Drive,
that?
Yeah.
I think that started off officially as Crème de la Crème about 4 years now.
Okay.
Prior to Crème de la Crème, we were working out of a Fanta kiosk, a Coca-Cola or Boyne and Boyne kiosk. And we used to sell snacks, sweets, and stuff like this.
Okay.
And as the brand was taking form, we changed the structure. We put in the new name, Crème de la Crème, and that's when everything started. Once we noticed that the brand was something marketable and the public was accepting it, I wanted to try a new area or something different. My father has always been in the giving back business, right? Through the Juventus football team.
I remember.
Through that, I have to also live to his name and try fill his shoes. So as Raul Pelayo Jr., I wanted to do something also important, giving back to the community, right? When we left at Princess Margaret Drive, we opened up a small Crème de la Crème on Albert Street. When we opened up Albert Street, it was a 5x9, small structure, fit one freezer, one employee.
Where was it?
Over Swing Bridge, on the right, Central Drugstore, right next door.
Oh, yeah. I remember it now.
Yes. So I stayed there for about a year and a half just to see if the product would sell. When I noticed that the product was moving, then I said, you know what, it's time to close this outlet down and find something that we could really market and expand. When we started with the park project, you know, that was a really big risk to see if this product would not only sell, but sell enough to sustain a community park. When we first started, it was only 3 employees, and today we're up to, on average, I think we're 25, 27 now strong.
Did you have this as a long-term plan when you first started here on Princess Margaret Drive, or did you just see the opportunity in how quickly you were growing?
Everything for me that I do has to be long-term. If it's not long-term, then it's hard and it's not worth doing. Right? When you put your heart and soul into something, you have to stick with it. Short-term goals are also good, but keep in mind that when it comes to a business, you have to stick with it. Most of these small businesses, like what we're doing, young entrepreneurial businesses, within the first 2 years, they tend to fail, right? Or close down. But if you only hold on for another year or so, it actually captures a market. And the minute you capture your market and you know what the product that you're selling and what the customers are demanding from you, then you can develop on what you have.
I can't imagine how many snack shop owners right now, and there are a lot of very popular ones, long lines, who are looking at you and saying, wow, you know, it is possible. What would be your, I mean, you talk about maintaining quality and kind of sticking with it, but how do you know when it's the right time to go from the popular snack shop to the franchise that you can get in multiple locations? What would you say as a word of advice?
To be honest, figure out what you want to do as a young entrepreneur. Figure it out or find what you love. For example, if coffee is your thing every morning and you now stop buying coffees at the gas stations or wherever you can find a service station to purchase coffee, and you're making it at home, and your coffee is what you enjoy the way you prepare it at home.
Yeah.
Share it with your family and friends. Now, if they accept your brand or accept your product and enjoy it as much as you do, they are your first line of customers. You understand? And if they support you, then take it all the way. Live your dream.
Live your dream.
Don't stop. You will fail along the way. Don't get me wrong. I've failed many, many times, but I've always kept getting back up and moving forward. So
your your testing on Albert Street is what spawned the development at the St. Cass Park, the Lighthouse Park.
yes, I would say I would attest to that. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anybody passes there on a weekend night, clearly it was a good move for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It comes and it ties in as a package and not just a product.
Yeah.
Because Crème de la Crème is a nice brand, but the package is also part of the park. Adapting the park, maintaining the park. The image of a clean environment is what really attracts the public.
Yeah.
You understand? It's
But
not
what
just
was it?
one
Did
thing.
you offer to help in maintaining the park, or was it something that came along with getting the area?
When we took on the park, it wasn't part of an adoption plan. It was just setting the business in the park like a regular small business or young entrepreneur in the parks, like BTL Park and other park around.
Yeah.
But we were the only one there, and the park was so dilapidated.
Yes.
For me, I had to spend to beautify the park so it can attract the product I have,
Yeah.
bring more attention to the product.
Yeah.
And by doing that, man, it actually opened up the
It took
idea and the possibility of this is something that could definitely work.
Well, you know, one of the things about that park, you know, you pass there on a Sunday night, it used to be very dark, and, you know, especially the area where the children play. So that's about what is some of the work that you've done in that park.
Man, if I could start, hopefully pitches are here to help, because it's been 3 years in the making. When we started, there was hardly anything out there. Even the green grass you see was not available at the park.
Yeah.
Everything was dried up. The soil was hard. The kids' play set was non-existent.
Yeah,
Only 2
that's true.
structures were standing up.
Yeah.
Nothing else was out there. So we literally fertilized the grass. We painted and cleaned up the whole area.
Yeah.
I didn't want to remove the old structures from the kids' play set. I wanted to build around it and incorporate it in, because for us, it's taking something old and bringing it back to life.
Yeah.
And so some people, as simple as it may sound, they have an attachment to certain things. Even today at the park, people are saying, "What did you do with the animals?"
Oh, I was about to ask that. But it was gone before you got there.
It was
right?
gone
I know
before
that.
I got there. Yes,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
long gone before
Yeah.
I got there.
Yeah.
But if it's in my power, and if it's in our budget, we would definitely bring it back. I think that
Would be a
would bring.
great collaboration with like the IT vets that do some kind of cement work.
Yeah.
They maybe
Yeah.
could do something like that. But I love to hear that. And when we were there, we saw the difference, and even just lighting up the walkway, which is beautiful at night.
Yes. Yes.
It gives a different ambience to the park. So going back to, moving to this location, that was a few years ago. How'd you manage through the pandemic?
The pandemic was a tough year for us, I must say. So, for example, if you zoom on the popsicles we have on the display table here, we used to produce, I used to make the popsicles off these bins and put it in a regular freezer, right? And it would take me 4 days before I can sell 100 popsicles. Why? I prepare the mix, put it in the freezer. The next day I pull it back out, I put in the sticks, put it back in the freezer, and then the following day I pull it back out, I bag them, and then put it back in the freezer, and on the 4th day I can sell. But I had limited bins, so I was only selling 100 popsicles at a time. Now, for the COVID, just before the COVID hit, I had purchased a brand new equipment that can produce over 200 popsicles in 15 minutes.
Sweet.
And with that, and the flavors that we already carry, that we know are selling products, we already had our menu. Now we needed to mass produce. And for the COVID, all the employees and staff, when we closed, remember the first month, the country went on shutdown.
Yes.
We asked all our employees, go on Facebook, here's a menu, promote it on Facebook, make commission off every single sale, and we have a one-man delivery service that will deliver into the city free of charge.
Sweet.
And that's how.
And so you got new customers.
And I got new customers. We were selling on a down economy about 600 popsicles a week.
Wow.
So we
on
were
a down economy.
On a down economy.
So the investment in the equipment did pay off because this became your primary product at that point.
At that point,
because the stores were closed.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what else do you have? What else do you have now besides the popsicles?
Besides the popsicles, we have some of the brownies, ice cream brownies. On the video will show some pictures of food and different products we sell, but the ice cream brownies is also a product that really hits the market running. It's a chocolate brownie with 2 scoops of our crème de la crème ice creams that goes on top, and the public loves it. We can't make enough.
What do you think was really the takeoff point? It was the drinks, right?
The drinks.
Your drinks were, I mean, everybody was lining up for those drinks here on Princess Margaret Drive, I know, from the beginning. So that was kind of your entry point. And then you moved into other specialty items.
Well, I must give credit to my wife, Nadine. Yeah. She is the one that created she spent the time and hour mixing and matching these flavors. Yeah. And putting it together for the menu for the drinks, and it was something. I had her first customer, and they had the test. I had the test.
So, what would you say is the signature product as of today?
As of today, it's the strawberry cheesecake smoothie, the mango chamoy smoothie.
My wife loved that one. Yeah.
The iced coffee, salt caramel coffee, frozen coffee, and now the popsicle has taken over a good portion of our markets. We now are selling more popsicles than we have ever sold.
Wow.
The manufacturing area of the popsicles used to be in a small area at 10 by 12, and now the plant is at 20 by 30.
Sweet.
With 5 freezers inside, all filled with thousands of popsicles that we have to produce and supply the city and other outlets. We have one store in Orange Walk that is selling our product, the De La Fuente Pharmacy in Orange Walk town, and they are also a popular brand of pharmacy, a chain pharmacy.
Yes, sir.
So we are teaming up with a lot of locals, and I'm trying to buy everything local. Due to the pandemic, it has driven me to go local and supply and support the locals, like the local community is supporting us. So somebody that can grate the coconuts, I'll buy from you locally. Somebody that can produce mangoes and sell it to me, don't clean, don't chop up everything, I'll buy those. I'll buy it, package. Soursop, don't peel, don't clean, I'll buy it. And I tend to buy more than I normally need.
Because you can freeze it.
Because I freeze it and use it as I need it. So and the only reason I try to do it like this, because it encourages the young entrepreneur to say, you know what, if I can produce it, this guy will buy it.
So what are some of the flavors? We have some here.
The first flavor
in
front of me is the iced coffee.
Oh.
Next to it is the coconut. Beside that is the mango chamoy.
There's a mango chamoy paletas.
And then
is it sweet or creamy? I mean, is it creamy or salty?
No cream, a little salt.
Okay.
Marlene, don't want on
it. They want to see it. This is the mango chamoy paletas. That's a very popular mixture for people.
Yes. Next to that is the peanut with peanut chunks in it.
Yeah.
The blue bubble gum. And this one is now one of the new hot selling product.
What is this?
This is the Pina
Pina
Colada
Colada.
with cherries inside and a little spike, not much.
Does it has alcohol?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So I'll hold this one.
You know, like the rum and raisin ideal.
Yeah.
We also have ideals in our store.
Yeah.
Flavors, rum and raisin, sugar corn. Another popular flavor we carry in the ideals is strawberry and chocolate, like that for the kids too.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the cost of a paleta?
$3 Belize.
$3.
$3 Belize.
And remember, you know, they're all with natural, homegrown flavors.
All homegrown, all natural.
That's right.
Wow. No additives. It's not no flavoring per se.
Natural flavor.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is just fascinating to hear your story. And I think that, you know, we feature a lot of small businesses, but I think showing examples of people who start off with one idea and grow it into something like this is, it's a lesson for all who are watching. And I understand now your franchise has officially gone into multiple districts. You are now opening in Orange Walk.
Orange Walk. We are already in Orange Walk. September 11th, we opened Orange Walk. The casting for Orange Walk for staffing for the Orange Walk product, we had over 108 people that showed up.
Wow.
What?
Just for I could have only employed 6 at the time.
Okay.
So.
Oh man, that must have been tough.
So there's a Crème de la Crème
Belize
PM
City.
Drive and the seaside by the Bliss Lighthouse, and now there's a Crème de la Crème in Orange Walk.
Correct.
What's your next spot? Because I know you got eyes out there.
Yes. We do have other invitations to go other districts. We have already selected another park in another district.
That's nice.
I won't give out which district yet, but definitely we will be in another district.
Okay.
But for now, we are more focused on both parks. My goal for this year, I've told my staff and my team, without you guys, we would never come this far.
Indeed.
Before I go to what's coming next, I must give credit to the staff. The frontline personnel that are in the store making the smoothies and the shakes. It takes a lot of dedication, quality control, and patience to keep focus, because when the orders start piling in, it takes time to not to make a mistake. And so I must give credit to Belize City first, because Belize City, the team of Belize City over the past 3 years has been hardworking, dedicated. Some of our employees from Belize City, once they come with us, I tell them, look, all I want is a year. If you give me a year, I am happy. If you're coming for a month or 2, don't waste my time. Because I won't waste your time. You know, what we're doing is building a brand that will make a difference in a community. So come, join the team for a year and learn from us. I teach them not only to make the smoothies or sell the product. The goal is for them to learn the inventory, the check and balance, how to manage and operate a young business or a small business that in the end, if they decide that this is something that they want to do, we are here to encourage them to do the same.
This guy.
We have employees that have left and moved to either different businesses or government offices, and this is their entry-level jobs with us. So they learn the discipline of dress code, coming to work on time, working as a team, and being proactive. Very, very good ethics. I must give credit. Recently, I have a young lady that just left this weekend that passed, and she moved on to a government office, Miss Jocelyn. So if she's listening, you know, Jocelyn, I give you credit, because she did really good for us. She's one of our star players, and when she checked out to move on to bigger and better things, I was happy supporting her. And then they look back and they give me credit. Say, you know, Mr. Raul, I don't think I'll meet another boss like you, man. But that's what we do. Miss Kerry, also was with us. She moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
And the list goes on.
And that can be a hope for them. And I think that will keep them dedicated to working with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is, so we have to say congratulations, I think, in being able to establish a brand and now a franchise, 3 locations, and paletas available in multiple locations right now.
Yeah, not so soft paletas too.
Not
got
so
soft
soft.
paletas, not so soft paletas, and I'm talking about the flavors here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. But they're
Raul,
good.
You are an inspiration, my brother, and we could only wish you all the very best. All right, and thank you for joining us this morning, coming all the way from Harinjua to join us this morning. Wishing you well.
Thank you very much. Give credit to my Harinjua crew, because without my Harinjua crew, we wouldn't have accomplished what we're doing now in Harinjua.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so very much. We're about to take our final break in the morning. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. And if you're not paletas still, you stay with us. We'll be back.